Good evening, everybody, and welcome on into another edition of Phillies Baseball with Play-by-Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic night. Got another late one as the Phillies will open up another series, and this time it's going to be against the LA Dodgers. Now, the Phillies did play the Dodgers in July from the 9th to the 11th, and that was back at Citizens Bank Park. And they ended up sweeping them, and that was the last time the Phillies actually had a series win. So the Dodgers are going to be looking for some sort of revenge, and hopefully the Phillies do a good job at making a statement in this series tonight. You know, Aaron Nola is going to be on the mound. He'll be going up against Tyler Glassnow. You're going to need Nola to really be as sharp as he possibly can. We know that there's going to be a time where he does give up a home run, most likely, but the question is, can he go out there and give you a very solid outing? He's actually done really well out at Dodger Stadium, and overall, he's had a really good season, even though we talk about the home runs that he gives up. A lot of them are solo shots, and he's been really strong. I think that today that the knuckle curve needs to be working for him. I want to see a lot of off-speed pitches, especially against shohei ohtani. There was a time when they played against the Dodgers in the first series where he ended up striking Ohtani out with the bases loaded. And I think he also struck Freeman out too, if my memory is correct. But he looked like he was so sharp out there. And you'll take an outing where he goes 6 innings, 7 innings, and he gives you 9 strikeouts and only allows 1 earned run. I think that would be a very good thing for Nola today. The question is, the more important question is, what type of offense are we going to see from the Phillies today? Now, Tyler Glassnow is the type of pitcher, and I'm not trying to make any sort of excuses, but he's been really good this year. And the Phillies have not faced Tyler Glassnow, and this is a guy who, as Ben Davis was talking about during the pregame show, gets a lot of whiffs, has a very high whiff percentage when it comes to throwing that curveball. So, is he going to go to that a lot tonight? I don't know. I know that he has a lot of great off-speed pitches, and the Phillies are going to have to be ready and try to attack him early. You know, make a statement out there at Dodger Stadium telling the Dodgers that you're for real and that you are coming to Dodgerland to take the series. All right, so here we go. We're ready to get underway. I hope that you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. So let's get into the starting lineups for tonight's game. Just excuse me for 1 second. All right. So Kyle Schwarber will be leading things off for the Phils. Then it'll be Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Alec Bohm, Brandon Marsh, Nick Castellanos, Bryson Stott, Austin Hayes, and Garrett Stubbs. And that is the lineup tonight for the Philadelphia Phillies. Kyle Schwarber ready to get things started as he's almost ready to approach the batter's box. But again, the lineup is Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Bohm, Marsh, Castellanos, Stott, Hayes, and Stubbs. And Tyler Glassnow will take the hill. This will be his 21st start of the season. He's gone 121 innings so far. He is also posting a 3.5 ERA and has 155 strikeouts and just 34 walks allowed. You really have to be cautious with him on the mound because he's been so lethal. Hasn't faced the Phillies since 2018 when he was a reliever for the Tampa Bay Rays. And the first pitch underway to Schwarber, and he takes it all the way for strike one on the inside corner. All right, so hopefully you're all doing well. Comment what your final score predictions are down below. Schwarber batting .251, and the next pitch, it was a slider that just misses inside for a ball. They have a new graphic up on NBC Sports Philadelphia where it actually, next to the speed of the pitch in the zone, it tells you what type of pitch it is. That's really cool. 1-1. That is low again for ball 2. Philly freaks, that's what we do on here, man. We are freaks. Stay up late, and we watch these Philadelphia Phillies. Schwarber on a 4-game hitting streak. And the pitch, net is low for ball 3. RG says that His final score prediction is 1-0. Eric says that he thinks that the Phillies win 8-6. 5-4, Phil says Richard Phillips. And the 1-0 score, that meant Phillies. 3-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. Got a four-seamer at 96 miles per hour. And Jane says 4-2. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And turn on those notification bell icons. And that way you'll know when I go live. All right, so 3 balls, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. And the next pitch, swing and a miss. That pitch was a little bit inside. And Glassnow does win the battle. And there's one gone. Crew chief for tonight, it'll be Marvin Hudson behind the plate. Hunter Wendelstadt is over at first. Brock Bailu is at second. And then Nick Marley is the third base umpire. 1 out, and now Trey Turner is due up to bat. The pitch to Trey, and he takes a slider at the knees for strike 1. Ohtani's DHing for the Dodgers, but when you look at their defense from 1 through 9, you got Glassnow on the bump. Smith is behind the plate. The 0-1 to Trey Turner, swing and a miss. Then over at first, it'll be Freddie Freeman. Second base, it's Gavin Lux. Then over at third, it'll be Teoscar Hernandez. And then Nick Ahmed's at shortstop. The 0-2, that's a ground ball foul. From left to right, Teoscar Hernandez will be in left. And then it's Andy Pajes in center. And Jason Hayward is playing out in right field. No James Outman in the lineup tonight. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Nice fastball thrown at 97 miles per hour, and Trey Turner goes down swinging. And there's 2 strikeouts in a row by Tyler Glassnow. So he goes with his off-speed stuff and then just decides to dip a 97-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball just outside, and Turner doesn't really chase after those pitches. Chases after a lot of breaking balls, but chased after that fastball. So now Bryce Harper's up. 2 outs, nobody on. And the pitch inside. Bryce batting .276. Also has 25 long balls on the season as well. The 1-0 delivery, way up high. Don't forget to comment what your final score predictions are down below. The line coming into today, the money line, was Dodgers at -130. And the over-under was set at 7.5 runs, according to ESPN Bet. 2-0 pitch, ground ball foul towards the first base side. Dimensions of Dodger Stadium. Well, in left field, it's 330 feet. Medium left center is 360. And then you got true left center at 375. Center field is 395. Right field is 330. And medium right center is 360. Next pitch on the way, and that's taken for ball 3. What's up, Lou? Glassnow with 14 pitches so far in the first inning. And the next one, and that's a strike. Good slider thrown by Glassnow. Had a lot of velocity on that. And the count is now full. Phillies in their gray tops, gray bottoms. That's their away uniforms. The 3-2 to Harper, swing and a miss. And Tyler Glassnow gets a 1-2-3 inning and strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the first. Aaron Nola will take the rubber for Philadelphia against the Dodgers. Can he do the same? All right. Hello, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well. Make sure you all hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well, and turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. We do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, and Eagles football on here, and we've been doing this channel for about 20 months. All right, so we go to the bottom of the first. Paula says her final score prediction is 5-3 Phillies. Nice. All right, so Shohei Ohtani will lead things off as the designated hitter for the Dodgers. Then it's Teoscar Hernandez playing out in left field. And then Freddie Freeman is over at first base. Welcome back for him. He had to leave due to a family emergency and was out for a little bit of time. We'll talk more about that. Then it's Will Smith, who's catching behind the plate, batting in the cleanup spot. Gavin Lux is over at second base, batting fifth. Kike Hernandez is at third, and they'll be batting sixth. Jason Hayward's playing in right field, batting seventh. Eighth will be Andy Pages, who's out in center field. And then it's Nick Ahmed, who's the shortstop, and he is batting in the 9th spot. Miguel Rojas went on the injured list. So, again, it's Ohtani. Then it's Teoscar Hernandez, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, Gavin Lux, Kike Hernandez, Jason Hayward, Andy Pages, and Nick Ahmed. And on the bump for the Philadelphia Phillies will be Aaron Nola, who's 11-4, has a 3.43 earned run average, along with 130 strikeouts and a 1.09 whip as well. He's 31 years old. And last time he pitched, he actually did okay. He did okay. He allowed 7 hits and went 5 2/3. 2 earned runs allowed, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 homer. And he'll be facing the Dodgers here. Last time he pitched against the Dodgers, he also went 6 innings, allowed just 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. And that was back on July 19th. So Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers wearing their white and blue uniforms with the white tops and the white bottoms. First pitch to Ohtani, ground ball foul towards the first base side. Shohei batting .306, has a .396 on-base percentage, 33 home runs, and 79 runs batted in as well. Ended up going 3 for 14 in the A series with a home run in the first game. Pitch on the way, and that is low for a ball. Ohtani batted .286 in the month of July and had 6 homers and 14 RBI as well. 1-1, that's low for ball 2. Also ended up going 3 for 10 in the series against the Phillies, with 1 RBI and 1 walk. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nola kicks and fires, and it's popped up. Hit out over towards the third base side and foul ground. And Bohm gets under it, and he'll make the catch and squeeze it for out number 1. Nola has gone 136 1/3 of an inning this season. And this will be his 23rd start of the season. And Teoscar Hernandez is up next. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And the pitch. Looked a little bit low, but it's a called strike by Marvin Hudson, who's the home plate umpire in tonight's game. No score, bottom of the first, 1 out. Phillies struck out to get their 3 outs in the top of the first against Tyler Glassnow. So he struck out the side and got himself a 1-2-3 inning. The 0-1 pitch outside for ball 1. We mentioned before that the last time the Phillies played against the Dodgers, they ended up sweeping them. That was back in July. The 1-1 pitch, check swing. Did he go? They say yes, he did. Nola, in the month of August, during his career, has a record of 20-11. Has a 3.17 ERA, which is a career best for any month. And also, batters are hitting .211 against him in the month of August. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball, back up the middle, deflected off the glove of Nola, and it goes to Stott, and the throw over to first is in time for out number 2. So Nola got a little hair of the leather on it, and Stott able to shift very well back up the middle. And now Freddie Freeman is coming up, and he gets a standing ovation. And this is quite a thing to see, really. He gives a little salute to the fans as well. And as we were talking about before, Freddie Freeman was out for a little bit of time. Had a family emergency that he dealt with. We said that we'd talk more about it. Even Garrett Stubbs is giving him a little bit of some claps as well. So Freddie's son recovered from a very scary illness, and he had to miss time with the team. They're still giving him a standing ovation. He sheds a couple of, is trying to fight back some tears. And he'll finally step in to the box. 2 outs, bottom of the first. So his son dealt with a really heartbreaking, a heartbreaking fight for his life. As the pitch on the way is taken for a ball. It was, correct me if I'm wrong if I'm saying this correct, but it was Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is a rare neurological condition in which the body's immune system attacks the nerves, according to the LA Times. So Freddie and his wife Chelsea noticed that his son was walking with a limp, and it was back on July 22nd. 2-0 pitch. That's taken all the way for a strike. So Max couldn't walk. The symptoms, according to the visits with several doctors, quote-unquote, were consistent with transient synovitis, which can cause a pain in the hip after a viral infection. Max stopped eating and drinking and was actually had to be taken to the emergency room. And thank goodness he's okay. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the first to Freddie Freeman. Nola gets set at the letters, kicks, fires, and that swung on and missed for strike 3. So Aaron Nola, after Tyler Glassnow gets a 1-2-3 inning, Nola able to get a 1-2-3 inning himself. And we go to the top of the second, so no score out in L.A. So he was rushed. This is Freddie Freeman's son. He was rushed to the emergency room. It was at Children's Hospital of Orange County, according to the LA Times. This is a really awesome, very well-written article, by the way. And paralysis began to drift upward from Max's feet toward his waist and then his shoulders. And that was affecting his diaphragm and his breathing. And Dodger Nation actually posted on Twitter, sorry, not Dodger Nation, but the Dodgers Twitter page posted #MaxStrong, and that's why. So they said, get well, Max, get well soon, Max, and we're all rooting for you. So yeah. So, you know, Freddie, of course, we have, sports is a very powerful thing, right? Sports brings people together, even when we have opponents that we don't like to face. But obviously that doesn't stop us from caring about, the people as human beings, because they are at the end of the day. And when it comes to stuff like that, I think it's really important that we talk about those types of stories and we acknowledge, even though y'all can't see the standing ovation, that we give the proper respect where respect is due. So, hope he's okay. That's really scary. It is. It is. But, you know, even though Freddie was a Brave, and we always rooted against the Braves, still do. He's a fantastic talent, fantastic player, and really even more so a fantastic person. So Bohm will come on up as we start off the top of the second. There's a transition right there, or a little segue, and the pitch. And there's a ground ball back up the middle, but it's chopped over to second base. Lux has it, throws it over to first, and it's in time for out number one. What's going on, man? Jesus. My guy. The pitch, and that's outside for a ball. I don't know if you were on yesterday. Well, obviously you were on, but you were timing out random people. So I had to remove your mod status because you were accidentally timing out people. Kind of like what Kathy did the other day. Yes, you accidentally timed out people, and I didn't think that. I thought that was, yeah. 2-0 pitch, and that is swung on and missed for a strike. So you were pressing random buttons, inadvertently probably. That's why I wanted to talk to you before I did something like this. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch on the way. And that is swung on and missed for strike 2. You could have been hacked. That's the thing that Darth Pooh's trying to say, and that I was trying to say. So I had to remove you. 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and that's now the 4th strikeout by Tyler Glassnow. I'm happy that you're here. No, he was just timing out people and getting rid of people. Email me. I'll talk to you more about it off the air. The pitch. And that is taken low for a ball. So Castellanos is up to bat. He's playing out in right field for the Phils today. And the 1-0. That is swung on and missed for a strike. Yeah. The mods will tell you about everything in the chat. I don't have to say it. 1-1 to Castellanos, swung on, lifted out towards deep center field. Pages goes back towards the track. He can't make the catch, and it's off the top of the wall. Castellanos is going to round second. He'll go on over to third, and Nick Castellanos gets a 2-out triple out to dead center field. Pages just could not read where the ball was going to land, and he could not make the catch. He had to backpedal all the way towards the track. That's Castellanos' 3rd triple of the season, and now the 40th of his career. The wind was picking it up, and it was hit out over towards dead center field. And, well, I think it just, Pages was jumping, and it landed out a little bit in front of him, so he did not read that correctly. The pitch on the way, and that is taken all the way for strike 1. No problem, man. Just change your password and everything. So, yeah, that's what I figured. The 0-1 pitch, high chopper, hit over towards the mound, throw over to first, and Stott beats it out. Castellanos will score as well, and it's 1-0 Phils on the RBI infield single by Bryson Stott. This is where hustling definitely comes into play, and Stott did everything he could, hustling out of the batter's box and beating out the throw over at first base. It was nice, man. And look, you make Pages capitalize on his mistake. You capitalize on that mistake out there in center field. Comes Austin Hayes, the pitch. Line drive into left field for a base hit. Bryson Stott's going to stop on over at second base. The throw is made over to third. Stott goes over to third. The throw's not in time. He dives in there safely. And going over to second is Austin Hayes. Wow. Couldn't tell if Stott was just... I guess that Stott was thinking about going to third all the way, and he was running with 2 outs, so he was running for his life over to third base. The throw was off the line, and Stott made a nice dive into third base, and Hayes gets on with a double. Very good. This is what happens. Good things happen when you hustle and you play small ball. And now Garrett Stubbs is coming up. Pitch number 1. It's up high. He's tried to bunt attempt at that pitch and decided not to do so at the very, very last second. Stubbs is hitting 194 and has 1 homer and 7 RBI. And the 1-0 pitch, and that's going to get away from Will Smith, and coming in to score is Stott. And going to third is Hayes. It's 2-0 Phils. How about the Phillies with the small ball? Awesome stuff there. Smith did not do a good job at blocking. I mean, it was a tough pitch. It's going to be recorded, I guess, as a wild pitch, but I thought that Smith could have, planted his feet a little bit better. So now Stubbs takes the next pitch inside for ball 3, and that'll make it 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Fastball right down Broadway for strike 1. Over at third base is Austin Hayes, and the 3-1 to Stubbs. So he swung at ball 4. It was at the eye level, and now it's a full count. Three balls, 2 strikes. Schwarber waits on deck. And Stubbs get on base. He'll take a quick step out of the box, and the pitch clock is going to reset. 3-2 on the way to Stubbs. Swing and a miss. Went after a pitch in the dirt. And the inning is over. The Phillies do get 2 runs, though, on the RBI infield single by Bryson Stott. And a wild pitch thrown by Tyler Glassnow. We go to the bottom of the second. Smith, Lux, and Hayward are all due up. Yes. So, Jesus, if you were still here, change your password, man. And then let me know when you change it, and I will make you a mod again. But yeah, you got hacked. And by the way, guys, I did make some of y'all super mods. So in case you do see something like that happening, you see another mod doing that type of stuff, you'll have the power to take them out. All right, bottom of the second inning. Let's go over the poll question. All right, I have a little new format here that I kind of like about how we're going to do things on the channel in between innings. It's not for every single inning, but it'll be really, really cool. All right, so we go to the bottom of the second. And so my question to you guys, I asked this in the poll question right now. I want to know which team has the best overall team. Not overall record, because record is just a number. Which team is the best in the National League? Who do you think is the best team in the National League? Is it the Dodgers? Is it the Phillies? Is it the Braves? Or is it somebody else? Who do you think right now is the best team, the best overall team in the National League? The Dodgers, the Phillies, the Braves, or somebody else? And tell me why. Tell me why you feel that way. All right, so we go to the bottom of the second. It'll be Will Smith, Gavin Lux, and Kike Hernandez all due up in the order for the Dodgers. Nola had a 1-2-3 first inning like Tyler Glassnow. Let's see if he can do well in this inning. So the Phillies do lead it 2-0. They scored both of their runs in the top of the second on an RBI infield single by Bryson Stott after what was a triple out to center field by Nick Castellanos. And then Austin Hayes doubled. Stott went over to third and then would score on a wild pitch in the at-bat versus Garrett Stubbs. The pitch on the way. That is on the outside edge for strike one. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe and hit those notification bell icons. And that way you'll know when I go live. Got 165 people tuning in. It's a lot of people, man. Y'all better hit the thumbs up button. The ball is one strike to Will Smith. And Nola kicks and fires. And it's up high for a ball. Talked a little bit about Aaron Nola before. Mentioned that the last time he faced the Dodgers, he went 6 innings and had 9 strikeouts. And the 1-1 is slapped foul by Smith. And, well, we brought up Will Smith the other day because we were talking about Trey Turner and Bryce Harper, and how Will Smith has really been struggling over his last 10 games. He's actually batting .098 with 2 RBI and 15 strikeouts. He's really been ice cold. 1-2 pitch. That's outside for ball 2. His overall average this season has definitely plummeted. It's now at 252. 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. I think that Will Smith actually checked his swing, and the umpire didn't even appeal, and that's why he called him out on strikes. And Aaron Nola gets back-to-back strikeouts dating back to the end of the first inning. So now Pages comes up, and he Lux comes up, and stares at a strike right on the outside edge. The ball is 1 strike, and the next pitch just a bit inside, not by much. Gavin himself is actually now on a 9-game hitting streak. And during that time, he's batting .393 with a pair of doubles. Nola will get set just at the chest. He winds up, kicks, and delivers. Just fouled off of the end of the bat. They have 3 other games going on right now in the late window. The Battle of Texas is going on. It's in the bottom of the 9th out in Arlington. The Rangers and the Astros are tied 2-2. Red Sox lead the Royals 9-5 in the top of the 9th inning. The pitch, that is up high for ball 2. Yes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch on the way. Line drive it out over to right field for a base hit. So Gavin Lux able to extend his 9-game hitting streak into now a 10-game hitting streak. And there's a 1-out single. My guy, do you have anything better to do with your life, man? Like, you keep making all these alts. What the heck, man? Why are you so obsessed with me, man? Bottom of the second. You do this like almost every single day now. 1 out. Bottom of the second. And the pitch. And that is swung on and missed. We got a $10 super chat from 3-Step. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. in the Super Chat message. He says, "Let's go Phillies. Let's go Phils." Love it, man. Love it. The ball is one strike, and the next pitch is swung on and missed. Kike is lifetime 3 for 6 against Aaron Nola with a pair of homers and 4 RBI. Had a very good game the last time he faced him. Or not the last time, but it was last year where he had a big-time homer off of him. Thank you so much, 3-Step. Appreciate the $10 Super Chat. 0-2 pitch. That is taken for a ball. If you guys do enjoy our broadcast, you're more than welcome to become a member of the Play-by-Play with JJ community. I will drop that link down below. As the next pitch is taken low for ball 2. So the Phillies lead it 2-0. We're in the bottom of the second. There's one out, and a runner on over at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Teoscar Hernandez. 27 pitches by Nola. And the next pitch on the way, ground ball down the left field line. It is a foul ball. So there's the membership link. Just dropped it right now as we speak. It's in the chat. It's in the live chat. And you're more than welcome to become a member today. Hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Nola kicks, fires. And there's a ground ball hit over to short. This could be 2. The throw over the second, there's 1. The throw to first, in time! A double play to end the inning. So Aaron Nola able to get out of the inning, and we go to the top of the third. 2-0 Phils. As Schwarber will lead things off when we return. It's great. Richard says, "Me personally, love the late games. It's 1 p.m. games that I don't like." Yeah, I get it. I like the late games too. If I have nothing to do the next day, But that's when I like the late games. But I like chatting it with y'all. Trust me, I do love that. All right, so we're going to the top of the third inning. All right, so it is time for On This Day in Phillies History. Okay? And of course, this is presented by Broad and Pattison. They do an awesome job. So today is August 5th, okay? In 1921, on this day, the Phillies lost 8-5 to the Pittsburgh Pirates. And this, in particular, this game, was the first Major League game covered by a play-by-play announcer. So it was at Pittsburgh station KDKA, and the person that was doing play-by-play was Harold Arlen. And what happened was Arlen sat in a field-level box and used a converted telephone for a microphone. But he also was able to provide like the crack of the bat as well. And it was really cool. We learned about this in Sports Broadcasting 101, and that happened on this day. This was the first Major League game ever covered. Not the first Phillies game, the first Major League game, period. And that was really, really cool. All right. So that is one cool thing that happened on this day. The other really cool thing that happened, too, there was a lot of things that happened, but back in 2014, Ryan Howard, Chase Utley, and Jimmy Rollins all started in a game against Houston, and that was not just an ordinary game. Okay, it was the 887th game that they started all together. The pitch, that's taken for a strike to Kyle Schwarber. They passed Steve Garvey, Davey Lopes, and Bill Russell for most MLB games, started by a first baseman, a second baseman, and shortstop combo. And the pitch, and that is outside for a ball. In the same game, Antonio Bastardo, if you remember him, ended up getting ended up striking out 6 of the 7 batters he faced. And the second time, he fanned 6 over exactly 2 innings pitched. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. Glassnow pitching in the top of the third. 37 pitches so far by him. And the pitch to Schwarber. That is just, according to the umpire, taken a little bit low. White Sox and A's are on as well. It's 1-1, bottom of the 4th. A's up to bat, bases loaded with 1 out. And the next pitch, low and inside for ball 3. Three Step says, yeah, but did he have cool sound effects? Thank you, man. Appreciate the compliment. I do. I appreciate that. The next pitch, called strike 3 on the upper third of the zone, and Schwarber's not happy about that. And Tyler Glassnow already has 6 strikeouts, and we're in the top of the third. That's the first out of the third inning. JJ, who won the first game, the first broadcasted game, the Phillies or the Pirates? So the Pirates ended up winning that game, and the score was 8-5. Vigilant tracker. The pitch to Trey Turner. That is taken for a strike. And the next one is outside for a ball. Dodgers Nation just posted on their Twitter that the Dodgers were wearing #MaxStrong shirts. And that was ahead of Freddie Freeman's return before tonight's game started. And the 1-1 that is fouled back. I mean, just a wild story, man. We're happy that his son is okay. Got you. Yep, no problem. 1-2 to Trey Turner. Fly ball hit out over towards deep left center field. Going back is Pajes, and he'll track it down and make the catch just shy of the track out in left center field, and there's 2 away. Top 3 hitters so far tonight are 0 for 5. And Bryce Harper is coming up. So Harper batting .275 with 25 homers and 69 RBI on the season. The first pitch to Harper, and he'll drill this one out over to left field, but it is a foul ball, and it'll find the seats. Cy Williams also hit for the cycle on this day in 4 at-bats. And it was 6 years after the first game was broadcast against the Pirates. And that's who they beat. They beat it 9-7. That was wild, too. The pitch. That's fouled away. Sorry, what's the question? JJ's the answer. I see what you did there, Darthful. I love that. That's funny, man. Oh, that's so funny. That's great. That's great. The 0-2 pitch. And that is a breaking ball that's in the dirt for a ball. You know, sometimes I don't really read things in the right context. And I think that I read that absolutely perfectly. Not to try to, give myself kudos or flowers for that, but sometimes I don't do that. You know, sometimes I'll look at a sentence and I'll think it's supposed to be read one way, but then I think about the context and it matters, and sometimes I don't think about that. 1-2 on the way, swing and a miss, and Bryce Harper does strike out. So, Tyler Glassnow with 7 strikeouts through 3 innings. And we head to the bottom of the third. Kike, Hayward, and Pajes are up next. All right. Bottom of the third coming up. Let's get to 100 likes, man. What kind of cookie would you like, JJ? JK. JJ is JKing. Yeah. I like I'm a very simple man. Chocolate chip all the way, man. Peanut butter's good. I used to like the M&Ms with the chocolate chip cookies. Not a big fan of the M&Ms and the chocolate chip cookies anymore. That was like a kid's type of a snack, you know? I mean, if you're an adult and you still like them, I apologize. I didn't mean to offend you or anything. But to me, that was just something to me that I liked as a kid and not as an adult. So I didn't mean to put it that way. So if you get offended by that, I apologize. You can put me in a timeout. Oh, man. Because the volume. But for real, are any of you watching NBC Sports Philadelphia? Because the volume keeps slowly going up. And then it goes all the way back down. Then it goes all the way up. And then it goes back down, says KGB. It's funny. Soft, warm, home-baked cookie or chocolate chip cookies. Those are good, too. Butter cookies. Butter cookies are good. Comment what your favorite cookie is down below. And don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Chips Ahoy. I used to like Chips Ahoy. Not really much anymore. I like Famous Amos, though. Bottom of the third. Jason Hayward is up to bat. And he stares at a four-seamer on the outside edge at 91 miles per hour for strike one. Hayward is batting .207 and has 5 homers and 24 RBI. His career, man, has gone. He's lasted quite a long time. The 0-1, and there's a line drive down the right field line. It is a fair ball. Goes all the way towards the corner, and Hayward will cruise on into second base with a stand-up double against Aaron Nola. And he waves back to the crowd and over to the dugout as well. Just stayed fair. Now Pajes is coming up. Philly's special card says, what's going on, my guy? The pitch. Nez taken for a strike on the outside edge. What's going on, dude? My mom used to have a bakery, so most definitely chocolate chunk cookies. Chocolate chunk. Chocolate chunk's cool. Girl Scout. Oh, yeah, the Thin Mints are nice. They are. Those are really good. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. So Andy Pajes up to bat, hitting .240 with 8 homers and 32 runs batted in as well. One ball, one strike. Nola's back over at second. And now back to the plate. And the pitch, high. Pajes is batting .208 with runners in scoring position, with 3 doubles, a homer, and the next pitch just inside for ball 3. .35 total pitches from Aaron Nola in this game so far. See that Reds game, man? Reds absolutely crushed the Marlins 10-3 out at Lone Depot Park. 3 balls, 1 strike. And Nola will disengage over at second. No throw is made, though, and they'll have to reset on the rubber. The Giants beat the Nationals today 4-1. And the Twins won 3-0. against the Cubs. The pitch. And that is taken for strike 2, and the count is now full. The Mets literally blanked the Cardinals today, 6-0. It was a makeup game. They were playing against the Angels over the weekend, and then they got to fly back to the West Coast tomorrow. So it was supposed to be an off day for them, but they had to play a 5 o'clock game. Next pitch is fouled away. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Andy Pages. No outs, and a runner at second, and the 3-2, and that is sliced foul and out of play. Tree Fitty, how's your night going, man? Thank you so much for coming on. Seven pitches in this at-bat between Nola and Pages. Nola's looking at the signs from Garrett Stubbs. Gets something that he likes. Looks back at second and now back to the plate, and the payoff pitch on the way. Line drive it down the left field line. It is a fair ball. And, well, Pages will easily go on over to second base, and Hayward will score. And it's 2-1 now, Phils, as the Dodgers get one back. It was a really good at-bat there by Pages. He forced Aaron Nola to throw one right down the middle. Knew it was coming, and that's what happens when they're able to work up the count. And that was just a really good at-bat by Pages. Not a good pitch thrown by Nola, but when you battle in counts, good things happen. Pages leads off over at second, and now the pitch to Ahmed is upstairs. Nick Ahmed hit in .231. Also has 2 homers as well. The 1-0. Good knuckle curve that is swung on and missed. Ahmed was way out in front of it. And the count is tied up. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Mod Squad, how we doing on the likes? Let us know down below. And the 1-1 pitch, ground ball back up the middle, stop with a diving stop, and the throw over to third is not in time. Stott didn't think he'd have a play over at first, and he figured that he'd have a better chance over at third base, and he did not. So that'll put runners at the corners with still nobody out in the bottom of the third. I'm surprised that Stott wasn't shifted up the middle against Ahmed. I think that he would have gotten him out. I think that that's where he should have been shifted, but the scouting report did not read it like that. Even though that ball gets by him and it goes out into center field, Pages scores there. Still no outs in the bottom of the third. And we go back to the top of the order. It's Ohtani who's due up now. First pitch to Shohei, swung on, lifted out towards deep right field. Castellanos will get under it, and it'll stay in the yard. Pages will tag up. He'll come on in to score. The throw to second base is not in time. And, well, it's a RBI sacrifice fly by Shohei Ohtani. That could have been worse. And he also is able to move Ahmed over to second base. And the Dodgers tie it back 2-2. Nola honestly got away with one there. It was a fastball right down the middle, and Ohtani just mistimed it, and you could kind of see it on his face. He was like, I don't think I got it. So 2-2. Phillies had a 2-0 lead, and the Dodgers tied it back in the bottom of the third. So we have one out here in the bottom of the third, and Caleb Cotham is going to go out there to talk things over with Nola. Now we'll walk back on over towards the dugout. Let's see again. Pages went over to second base. Or Ahmed went over to second base, and it was a good throw by Casty, but Ahmed was safe. So now it's Teoscar Hernandez who comes up, and the pitch on the way is a fly ball hit out over towards left field, and it is a home run. Wow. So now it's 4-2. Teoscar Hernandez with a 2-run homer off of Aaron Nola. They said it was fair, and it's 4-2 L.A. Wow. That one was also out over the middle, too. It was a knuckle curve. And Hernandez was waiting on that. Man. What's going on, guys? How you all doing? Tom, Fitzy, what's going on, man? Thank you guys so much for coming on here. The pitch. That is taken for a ball. What's going on? Thank you guys so much for coming on here. I appreciate it, man. 1 ball, no strikes to Freddie Freeman. And the next pitch is low for ball 2. Nola with 46 pitches. Teoscar Hernandez, who just launched that home run. Well, that was his 24th homer of the season. The 2-0 pitch. That is taken low for ball 3. Thomas Fitzpatrick, what's going on, man? What's going on? Thank you so much for coming on the raid. I really do appreciate that, guys. Everybody that's on here, welcome on in. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. We do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, and Eagles football as well. There's a pop-up that's hit over towards the third base side in foul ground, and Bohm will give it a look, and it goes over the net. All right. 3 balls, 1 strike, and a total of 19 pitches by Nola in this inning so far. Smash that like button and hit the subscribe button as well on your way in. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch on the way, line drive over to right field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Castellanos will get over to it, and the throw over to second base is made, and Freeman's just going to stay put over at first and say, I'm not even going to go over to second. Yep, sending a raid. Go, Phils. You're the best, Thomas, man. Drop your link down below for my viewers, too, man. Please. Please drop that link down below. Thank you so much. Noah still hasn't even gotten... Actually, sorry, that's a lie. He's gotten 1 out in this inning so far. So Freeman gets a single. And now Will Smith comes up. And he swings and misses at the cutter. It was a little bit outside. Hey, JJ, what's going on? Phillies need to win today. What's up, Cheryl? How you doing? Did we get to 100 likes yet, Mod Squad? Did we get to 100 likes? We're at 202 people watching, so that's awesome. And the pitch, and that's outside for ball 1. Thank you, Thomas, for dropping that link, guys. Make sure that you go follow Thomas Fitzpatrick. Give him a subscribe, man. He does a really, really good job. He really does. Covers NHL, NBA, and MLB, and NFL live streams as well during the season. Big time Boston Red Sox fan for sure. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. That's outside for ball 2. Beat the Dodgers, my friend. Keeps annoying me because they swept us, says Tatum. Prods. Gotcha, man. 2-2 pitch. That's sliced foul and goes out of play. Phillies had a 2-0 lead before this bottom of the third. Andy Paz had an RBI double. Shohei Ohtani tied the game on a sac fly. And Teoscar Hernandez hit a 2-run homer. Freeman's at first. And the 2-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball hit over to second base. The flip over to shortstop. There's one to throw over to first in time for a 4-6-3 double play. But the damage is done. Then we head to the top of the fourth. It's 4-2 LA. As the Dodgers put up 4 runs in this bottom of the third inning. And he is really struggling. Will Smith. All right, so we're going to the top of the fourth. All right, so if you are just tuning in, all right, where is it? There we go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do something really cool. Okay, so 2 years ago. Okay, I'm gonna put the camera on me for a second. 2 years ago, I went to an event called Sneaker Ball. Okay, I went to an event called Sneaker Ball. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's led by Rodney McLeod, who was a safety that played for the Eagles, and his wife Erica. Okay, and basically, like what they do is they do a lot of philanthropy and fundraising for programs such as Change Our Future, and they also work with Next Man Up and youth leadership summits as well. They do a lot of things for schools. They give back to the community. They have a lot of community engagement and community impact, and they have different types of auctions, and it's just really, really cool. So I ended up going to this event one time, and my friend who was taking me to this event, okay, she's a writer. I'm still good friends with her to this day. But she took me. She wanted to go with me, and that was really, really cool. So I'm looking for her, okay? And of course, at this event, there's a lot of Eagles players. Okay, I'm looking for her. Okay, I don't know where she is. I'm texting her, and I hear this guy that comes up to me, and he's like, "Yo, man, your shoe's untied." And I literally hear it in like a low voice. And look at my shoes. My shoes aren't untied. And I looked up, and it was Darius Slay who said that to me. And I was like, "Bro, you're unbelievable." He smiled, and he walked away. So I want to know, which cool celebrity did you see? All right, tell me a celebrity encounter story, and tell me about like where you saw the celebrity and what you did, and we'll put up those stories as we head into the fourth inning. All right, so Alec Bohm is up to bat. It's 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch, that looked a little low. Actually, no, it was in there for a strike. Couldn't tell because the strike zone's white, and so are the uniforms as well. So tell me a cool celebrity encounter story that you got to see. It could be with an athlete. It could be with anybody. The pitch on the way. Ground ball hit over to shortstop, and the throw over to first is in time for out number 1. Number 102. Oh, you were like number 102? Nice. So now it's Brandon Marsh who's up to bat. 1 out in the top of the fourth. And the pitch on the way. Check swing, did he go? And they say no over at third. So Tatum Prods says, Yanni Hernandez. Okay. He gave me an auto. He was my favorite Oklahoma City Dodgers player. Now that's really cool. Now, where did you see him? Were you at the Oklahoma City Dodgers game? Let me know more about that, and we'll follow through. 1 ball, 1 strike. Glass now on the bump, and Marsh now at the plate. Glass now is going to get set at the letters. He kicks and delivers. And that is in the dirt for ball 2. So Frankfurt High in Philadelphia. Wilt Chamberlain. You met Wilt Chamberlain, Richard Phillips says. The next pitch, and that's taken for strike 2. Somebody also met Wilt Chamberlain, but we'll get to this story first. Richard says he was friends with my high school basketball coach, and I got to meet him. That's really cool. 2-2, and that's fouled back towards the screen. And I apologize if I don't get to all of your stories, but I definitely want to get to as many as I can. Just remember, I got to do the play-by-play first and foremost. 2-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball foul towards the first base side. It was on a curveball at 83 miles per hour. However, if you do have a little story, you're more than and you want me to actually read it and you want me to make that a priority, feel free to super chat. I'm gonna get to as many as I can, but not all. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. How about Tyler Glassnow with 8 strikeouts in about 3 2/3 of an inning? That's unbelievable. And Marsh strikes out for the second time today. So 2 up, 2 down. Glassnow did have 12 strikeouts against the Yankees in 6 innings, but he allowed 5 earned runs, and that was back on June 9th. That was the last time that the second to last time that he reached the double figures in strikeouts. First pitch to Castellanos. That is taken for strike 1. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe, guys. Next pitch, and that is taken for strike 2 to Castellanos. Michael Mertig says, I met Bruce Smith while grabbing a drink at a country club I worked at. We got a few celebs over the years. That's really cool. 0-2 pitch. That's down low for a ball. Larry says, I was in a band with Ozzy's guitarist, Zach Wild, before he was famous. Wow. Now that's really cool, too. Next pitch is taken for a ball, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nick Castellanos. And the next one is tapped foul. Pringle says, me and some friends were in a bar chilling, and Shaq walked right in and bought us some drinks. Now, you got to tell me which bar that was at and what did you guys drink? Because now I got to know. 1-2 pitch. That is a breaking ball that's in the dirt for ball 2. See, I think that these things are cool to do with you guys, especially in baseball, because it allows us to have a little bit of fun, and we can sort of take our mind off the game, but still focus on it as well. And you guys can interact with each other. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Another strikeout by Glassnow, and he is 9 through 4 innings of work. It's been a strikeout machine tonight, and Gavin Lux will lead things off when we return to action in the bottom of the 4th. He has struck out at least 2 batters in each of his 4 innings so far. So cool stuff, man. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe as well. What else do we got? Orioles Birdwatcher says, I made out with Tony Collette. That was kind of cool. Really? That's actually a true story? Well, I know that you wouldn't lie about that, but wow, that's really wild. What else do we got on here? At the game with my best friend and my dad, it was really cool, and that's going back to that's going back to Tatum Prods. Correct me if I'm wrong. Meeting Yanni Hernandez. Gave you an autograph. He was my favorite OKC Dodgers player. That's really nice. That's so cool, man. Glassnow looking really sharp, man. He is. Cheryl White, Cheryl White says Harrison Ford at the San Francisco airport. That's who I met. That was my celebrity encounter story. So he was flying back east on my flights. I asked why he didn't have his own plane that day, and he said repairs needed like the Millennium Falcon. gosh. It's funny. It's wild, man. Jane says that she was living on Big Coppet in the Florida Keys. Met Jamie Lee Curtis at the Circle K there. That's really cool. Jamie Lee Curtis, man. One of my favorite movies, and Jane just said it, True Lies. Freaky Friday was also a really good one. Yeah, great actress for sure. All right. So we head to the bottom of the fourth. And now it's Gavin Lux who's coming up, and the pitch is inside for ball one. Lux did single back in the second. If you guys have any more stories, I mean, I'll read them as we go throughout the rest of this fourth inning. And the next pitch is taken down low for ball two. Yes, Freaky Friday. Yep, of course. True Lies. I got to watch that again. Tom Arnold, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Jamie Lee Curtis. Great cast, man. 2-0. That's a knuckle curve that's taken on the outside edge for a strike. It's like one of those movies that my dad and I watched together a long time ago. But I remember that I really, really liked it a lot. 2-1. That's way outside for ball three. Lux now on a 10-game hitting streak. He extended it back in his first at-bat, which was in the second inning. Got the first hit of the ball game for the Dodgers. 3-1 offering on the way. Ground ball back up the middle for a base hit, and Castellanos will have to slide and make the stop, and the throw over to second base is not in time to get Gavin Lux, who's now 2 for 2 today with a single and a double. And now Aaron Nola, who allowed 4 runs in the last inning. Wonder how long the leash is going to be with him. Jane says, I met Jimmy Buffett a couple of times, if that's a celebrity. Of course Jimmy Buffett's a celebrity. Yeah, absolutely. Michael Mertig says, I got on stage at a Poison concert with others and sang rock and roll all night. That's cool. That's really cool. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike to Teoscar Hernandez. No balls, 1 strike. Nola gets set at the letters, kicks, and fires, and it's outside for ball 1. Hernandez is batting .214 with runners in scoring position. The chat is nuts, so funny, keeping me awake. Well, this is what I'm going to start to do now. Whenever we go to the 4th inning, okay? The 1-1, and that is swung on and missed for strike 2, because I noticed something, okay? I noticed that when I come on here, like we have our trivia question that we do in the 7th, right? We have our introductions that we do in the beginning of the game when the game first starts. And then it's like there's other things that, just sort of come on the fly. And while like that's cool sometimes, I think it's important that we sort of have these types of things where it creates a routine for us, I think that's what makes it really powerful. The 1-2, and that is fouled off. So I've noticed that when it comes to these types of things, I want to have some sort of set structure when we go in between innings, and then we figure out like when we can raid somebody. And I just think that that's really cool, So I want to kind of start doing that a little bit more, because guess what? When the team is losing, I want us to be able to look forward to, talking to each other still. 1-2 pitch on the way. Popped up. Hit out over towards shallow left field, and Turner is there, and he'll make the catch. And there's one gone. kind of like when you watch the Super Bowl, right? It could be a really, really bad game, but guess what? You stay because of the commercials. Because the commercials are supposed to be the best commercials. Pitch on the way. Ground ball down the first base line. Harper has it, though, and is able to gobble it up and run it all over to first base. So, and we have a runner that does go over to third as well, and that is Gavin Lux. Can Nola get out of the inning unscathed is the question, as Andy Pajes is coming up. And again, we'll get to more stories once we go into the break. The pitch that is swung on and missed. James says, I hate to tell you that we can see your soul and know it's pure. I try, man. I really do try. And I like, again, it's about having a community on here that we all can call home. I said that yesterday. And I think that in order to make it feel like it's a home, this adds more to that. The ball is 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. Nola gets set at the letters once again. Looks back at third, now back to the plate. And the next pitch off the plate. Rick Bott says, I'm 64. When I was 10, I lived in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Still do. Across the street from my home, Muhammad Ali trainer lived. Pitch. Then it's taken for a strike. I have something to add to that, actually. But let's get back to your story. So one day, Muhammad came to his house on a horse and buggy. On a horse, and bugged my mother took me over. 1-2 pitch, and there's a called strike 3, and Aaron Nola ends the inning after allowing a leadoff double to Gavin Lux, getting everybody else out. Then we go to the top of the 5th. So Muhammad came out. Let's see. Let's go back to this. Sorry, I have to keep scrolling back up. Gotta keep scrolling back up. Sorry. So I'm 64. When I was 10, I lived in Cherry Hill, and I still do. Across the street from my home, Muhammad Ali trainer lived in. Okay, one day Muhammad came to his house on a horse and buggy. My mother took me over. Okay. The story continues. And he says, Muhammad came out of a bedroom larger than life, had to duck down from the door frame. He talked to me and my mom for at least 10 minutes, and he was so nice, and I will never forget that. Now, I go back to that story because one of my neighbors he said that he lived in a house that Muhammad Ali lived in Cherry Hill, so I guess that it wasn't far away from where his trainer was. But that's where he lived at one point of his life, actually before he moved to the development that I'm in right now. So that's really cool. Muhammad is an angel. It's great. Thanks, Scott, for the comment. And I really like the group we have on here, says Cheryl. I do too. And that's why I think that we have people coming back because, again, radio doesn't do this, right? TV doesn't do this. If people enjoy watch parties, okay? If people are on here, talking about stories and trying to get a little bit away from the broadcasters, whatever, I think that we can sort of mix that in, I think it's really cool to have a play-by-play announcer who has a community where people can talk to each other and still listen to the game at the same time, but have access to that on YouTube and not have to go through a third party or a second party. And then some people can obviously tune in to the game and listen if they don't like my voice or whatever, and they can turn me off and they can just comment, We have some people that do that too. I don't take offense to that. But that's what I think makes this really cool. And I'm learning that as I go. So here we are in the top of the fifth. 1 ball, no strikes. And the next pitch is taken outside for ball 2. So Glassnow still on the bump. And the pitch. And there's a foul ball by Bryson Stott. So as we're in the top of the 5th inning, all right, in the bottom half of the inning, what we're going to go do is we're going to go raid somebody, okay? I do have somebody in mind that I do want us to go say hi to. 2-1 pitch, and that is way up high and outside for ball 3. And we'll do that. Three balls, 1 strike to Bryson Stott. And the pitch from Glassnow is swung on and fouled. So the count is full. 7, 8, and 9 are up in the batting order for the Phillies in this top of the 5th. They trail at 4-2. 3-2 pitch to Stott. Ground ball, hit over towards the first base side. It's gobbled up by Lux, and he throws it over to first, and that's in time. Now Austin Hayes is coming up. Oh, Tatum, you're spamming the chat, my guy. Don't spam the chat. Add a user on this channel. Had to time you out, man. Don't spam. I think that he meant, I didn't think that he did that on purpose. So we timed him out first. 0-1 pitch. That is in the dirt for a ball. Charge! It's the first time we did the charge tonight. Wow. Cool. 1-1 on the way. That is fouled away. Glassnow does get set at the letters, takes a very quick breath, and fires the next pitch. And it's fouled off once again by Hayes. I mean, the goal should just be to work up his pitch count. You know that the Dodgers bullpen has been struggling at times. We're still missing Gratterall. Joe Kelly did come back not too long ago. And the 1-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards shallow right field, over towards the line. Hayward does get under it, and he makes the catch in foul ground. So Austin does foul out to right field. All right, let me make sure I find this right now as we speak. Okay? That's what we'll do. Orioles off, so charge Phillies. Nice. The pitch to Stubbs, and that's inside for ball 1. 1-0 pitch, and that is fouled off of the foot of Stubbs, and he is in a lot of pain. Jeez Louise. He's hobbling. He does get up, but he is hobbling and saying, ow, ow, ow. And I think that the trainer is going out there just to check up on him, obviously. Oof. They're showing the replay. Jeez, I think that hit his ankle. Front side of that ankle. They're showing all angles of the replay here. Rob's out there too, just to see if Stubbs can walk this off. trainers out there, and, well, you don't want to see a backup catcher go down in any sport. We can have conversations about Rafael Marchand or who we think the backup catcher should be, but Stubbs has done a really good job defensively and has been really, really good for this ball club in regards to raising team morale. He's been a leader, so he'll stay in the game, and he'll step back into the box in just a few seconds, but he gets a round of applause, and rightfully so, for being a warrior. Man, that was not good. Jeez. The 1-1 pitch on the way. There's a little tapper that's hit over towards the first base side, and it's played on a bounce, and the throw over to first is in time. And Stubbs still squinting his eyes. Keep an eye out on that as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Ahmed will lead things off when we return to action. All right, so what we're going to go do is we're going to go raid. We're going to go raid somebody right now. We'll go raid the Sports Fury, okay? That's who we'll go raid right now. I'm going to drop their link down below, and we're going to go say hi and tell them play-by-play with JJ sent you, okay? So that's what we're going to do. The link is down below right now. Here we go. All right. Nice. I'm scared to answer the Pulse's bird's nest. All right. Let's go say hi to him. Bird's Nest is there and says raid.
Edible since I'm afraid to.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Isaiah said it's probably shroom infused.
Let's
He
see.
might be right. Stubbs. Oh, hard hit, but bouncer right.
JJ sent me, says Wong.
Over to first. That's
going
pretty damn
on?
high.
Like, Jesus Christ, man. All right, bottom five coming up.
JJ raid.
Glassnow.
Nice.
Absolutely
KGB's
locked in
there.
for the Dodgers now.
See if he notices.
The last time I was high, I was at a party a couple months ago. I was crossfaded, and man, somehow I don't fully know how I did it, but I sold a book.
You sold a book?
Sold a book. Made a book sale.
Look at this, man. Wong.
And the only thing I fully remember was it was the blonde I was talking to. She's the one that bought it.
Who else? John.
Yes, I got a little bit of game.
Yes. Larry.
And I was just trying to focus
Richard.
on not dropping my drink. I really didn't want to drop my drink.
Jesus.
JB once got high and met Billy Jones. Who the hell is Billy Jones?
Nice. Y'all are the best.
JJ Raid, well, thank you to who's ever rating us. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. Play with JJ.
Yes.
Well,
that's
yep.
You're live.
People over, bro. We appreciate that, man. Just wanted to say hi to y'all. Hey, we appreciate that. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Hit that like and sub button. Shout out to Play by Play with JJ with the raid. We appreciate that. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Y'all do great work.
Bro. That's awesome.
All right. First pitch to Ahmed, and it's taken for a strike. That was nice. That was very nice. Good stuff, man. We help out good people. That's what we try to do. The ball is one strike. Bottom of the fifth. Nobody on and nobody out. And the pitch. That is a little bit low, but it's a called strike by home plate umpire Marvin Hudson. 9, 1, and 2 are due up in the order for the LA Dodgers. The ball is 2 strikes. Nola winds up and delivers. Swing and a miss. And there's the first out of the inning, the 4th strikeout from Aaron Nola. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. That was big. I look forward to a raid someday, says Orioles Bird Watcher. I will tell you, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I know that some people Like, I know that some people don't have patience, but if people do, you would probably get more raids. People, it's not just you. People do tend to get more raids if they don't have subscribers only mode on, because some people just don't have patience. I'm not saying that like would be, I'm not telling you like what to do, but I have noticed, and it's not just you, like with these other people too that have subscribers mode only on. People don't like to raid them as much because there's not as many people that go on to say hi. All right, so here we go. Ohtani's up to bat. 2 balls, no strikes, and the next pitch is taken down low for ball 3. Aaron Nola gets set just above the letters. And the 3-0 pitch. Line drive down the right field line. It is a fair ball. Goes all the way towards the corner. And Castellanos will get to it, and Ohtani will cruise into second base, standing up. The Wong troll was there. Yep, I saw. Bro, I don't understand people. I really, really don't. I really don't get it. And there's nothing we can do about it. Look at me troubleshooting. Yes. Love it, man. And also, by the way, dude, drop your link down below, please. Please. 1 out. A runner on over at second. And the pitch to Teoscar Hernandez. Fly ball hit out over to left field. Hayes is there to make the catch. And there's 2 away. Ohtani thought about tagging up, but decided not to. He'll just stay put over at second base. Excuse me. Now it's Freddie Freeman who's up to bat. Hit the thumbs up button, guys. Hit the subscribe button as well. What's up, Jen? What is up, Jen? How you doing? How's everything going, Jen? I've been thinking about you. I really have. Every night, man. Put those prayers up, and I always say a prayer for you and Larry. So, we've been thinking about you for sure. The pitch that is taken low to Freddie Freeman. There's nothing you can do. Nothing. Just keep hiding this troll. That's all you got to do. 1 ball, no strikes. Philly take with RB in the house. What is up? The 1-0 pitch, and that is fouled away by Freeman. Philly take with RB. My brother from another mother. Man, oh man. Shout out to RB. RB, you know what to do, man. Drop that link down below. Much love to you, man. Much love. I know we got USA men's basketball tomorrow, too. You're going to be covering that. Can't wait to go rage you, my guy. The 1-1 pitch. And that is fouled off. So it's 4-2 LA. Oh, she's crying. She said big thanks. Oh. Yeah, well, we care about her. You know what I'm saying? Freeman batting .208 with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position. We had a couple of celebrities come on today, bro. It's great. 1-2, and that is outside for ball 2. We had a guy that, well, first of all, we had RB on here. RB is a celebrity. He is. He is a Philly celebrity for sure. Then we also had, what's his name, come on right before the game. 3-2 on the way, or the 2-2 on the way, and there's a throw over to third base, and Ohtani is safe. It was a good throw by Stubbs, just a little bit late in regards to getting Ohtani. Go USA, I would be there, JJ. Now let's see again if Ohtani was swiped. He ducked, and he just got his foot in there. So the count is full to Freeman, and the 3-2 on the way. Ground ball hit over towards the first base side, gobbled up by Stott, and the throw over to first is in time. So that's back-to-back innings where Nola allowed a double and got out of the inning without allowing a run. And we head to the top of the sixth. It's 4-2 LA against the Phils. Shout out to RB, man. Love Philly take with RB. Who was, oh man. Anybody, Adam, if you're still here, who was the guy? I don't know why I'm blanking on his name right now. And this is so bad of me because I have a lot of things on my mind. But who was the guy that was on here like right before the game started? It was like really, really cool that he stopped by. Hey, everyone, showing my love to my guy JJ. He's putting in, or show some love to my guy JJ. He's putting in that OT, man. One of the most talented in the industry and a great person on top of it all. Bro, don't make me blush. It's not what you're supposed to do. Deserves all the love. I appreciate that, man. And so do you. So do you, my guy. You know, I'm not doing this if it weren't for you. And I truly 1,000% mean that. I'm not. Yeah, please go subscribe to Philly Take with RB. All Sixers, man. He was covering Summer League. Got some really cool interviews with Jared McCain. And he went with Sean Bernard. They did some podcasts down there too. And that was so awesome. He did an awesome, awesome job. And it really does go to show that content creation is now becoming more and more of a news outlet. And it's just so cool how much he is taking, you know, Philly sports to this new level. He's doing that. Him and Philly Mike and Philly 500 and DJ Eastwood are just some of those guys, to say the least, man. RB, should the Sixers sign Marcus Morris? See, now this is what I love. I love this, you know? This is great because we get more and more people to engage on the chat. And we get to talk about those Sixers, man. I'm excited about the season, RB. I can't wait. I can, because I want to see the Phillies and the Eagles first. But you know what I'm saying. We appreciate each and every one of you. First pitch to Schwarber, and he fouls that one off. So he has struck out twice today. Average now sits at 249. And the pitch to Kyle. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. On the run is Hayward. Can't make the catch. It gets by him. Pages gets to it, though. Thank goodness he backed him up. And the throw is cut off over at second. And Schwarber gets on with a single. What did Jason Hayward just do? He literally dodged the bullet there. And Pages was over to the rescue. If Pages wasn't over there, that's possibly, even with Schwarber's speed, an inside the park home run with his lack of speed. But geez, wow. So that'll put the tying run up at the plate, and that's Trey Turner. Let's see those Turner emojis. And the pitch, and that is in the dirt for ball one. All right, let's go. Charge! One ball, no strikes. Glassnow with pitch number 82 coming up. Here it is. Swing and a foul ball. I mean, geez, man. Like, Hayward dove way too soon. And, again, like, that gets by him. Paz doesn't back him up. Jeez, man. Schwarber's running for his life. One ball, one strike. The pitch by Glassnow. Fly ball hit out over towards deep right center field. Hayward goes back, and he makes the catch just shy of the warning track for out number one. And now Bryce Harper is coming up to bat. So this is a big spot for Bryce. Be really nice to see him try to do some damage here. I think Turner was a little bit early on that pitch. See those Harper emojis? Come on. You know what to do. First pitch to Bryce Harper. Oh, that was outside, and it's a called strike. Oh, man. Harper at Dodger Stadium is hitting .301 with 31 hits, 6 homers, and 17 RBI in 28 games. The pitch, Nat's taken inside for a ball. The odds for him to get a hit, according to Bet365, is at plus 320. Jeez. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryce Harper. The next pitch, swing and a miss. He got a fastball that was just up high, and it came at 97, and it whizzed on by Bryce. So Harper in the box. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 pitch to Harper. Ground ball down the third base line. It's a fair ball. It goes out to left field, and Schwarber's going to go on over to second base. He now goes over to third, and Bryce Harper gets an opposite field double down the third base line. Philly take with RB with a super chat, a $5 donation. Philly take with RB says, yes, they should. Oh, man. Dude, thank you so much for the dono. That, bro, man. That's... Bro, you're the best. Shout out to you, man. All right, let's go, man. Rally time for the Phils, and Alec Bohm is coming up to bat. A base hit could tie the game back, and he's also the go-ahead run. All right, let's go. Harper's at second. Schwarber's over at third. Even a sac fly will do. The good news is that there's no double play depth. The pitch to Bohm, and he fouls it just off of his ankle. Last game he went back-to-back with Bryce Harper and helped the Phillies get another shutout. Thank you so much for the $5 donation again, my guy. Appreciate it. Come on, man. Let's go. See those Phillies logos in the chat. Come on. The 0-1 to Bohm, swinging a high bouncer, and it goes over the glove of the pitcher. The throw over to first is in time, but Schwarber scores, and Harper goes over to the third base. It is now 4-3 Dodgers. So the tying run is 90 feet away from scoring. Glassnow tried to leap up and make a nice play on a hop. But Lux was there, and he made a good throw over to first. If that was maybe Trey Turner, I think he would have beat that out. But good read by Schwarber to just go on over to home plate. Phillies do get a run back on an RBI ground out by Alec Bohm. Here comes Marsh, the pitch. Strike one on the upper third of the zone. Marsh hitting .251 with 11 homers and 43 RBI. He's definitely had better at-bats lately over his last 3 games. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. It's not that deep, though. And going under it is Teoscar Hernandez, and he'll make the catch. And the side is retired. But the Phillies do get 1 run back on an RBI ground out by Alec Bohm to make it now a 4-3 ball game. Dodgers still in front. All right, bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th, man. And again, thank you so much to Philly Tick with RB for the $5 super chat. We also got a $10 super chat as well from, I believe it was Philly Sports Cards. Want to make sure that I shout all of you out. What time is it? 11:51 p.m. Eastern time. Let's have another sip of this coffee, even though it is probably at room temperature. Oh, it's been at room temperature. Glassnow's at 91 pitches. That was a good inning for the Phils, man. I'm okay with them getting 1 run there. It would have been nice for them to get another run home. I'm not saying that at all. But the main thing when you're facing a really good pitcher is you want to work up that pitch count. It's what you got to do. And they did. They worked up his pitch count there, and I thought that was a really good inning by them. And I need to see that throughout these next couple of innings too. Get him out of the game. That's the main goal. All right. Charge. Let's go down in this chat here. JJ, what is the season series between the Phillies and the Dodgers? The Phillies swept the Dodgers in the first series. So that was back at the bank. That was the last time that the Phillies actually won a series. They've lost every single series since then. They won the first game, in case you are wondering, by a score of 10-2, or 10-1, excuse me. And that was the game where Trey Turner just absolutely went off. Turner ended up hitting a couple of homers in that game, if I am not mistaken. He had a grand slam. I remember that. And, he hit one homer in that game. But Bryson Stott homered. Marsh homered. Rafael Marchand got a base hit. That was a really big game for the Phils. And then they won 4-3 the next day after that. And then they also beat them in the series finale. 5-1 was the final score. Aaron Nola ended up getting the win that day, and that was the time that he pitched. Trey Turner hit another homer in that game, too. Here comes Will Smith and the pitch. Line drive, diving, stop by Stott. Throw over to first. Got him! What a play by Bryson Stott! Will Smith continues to struggle. That was going up the middle, and Stott said no. Man, I thought maybe at first he caught it, because whenever they switch camera angles, sometimes you can't tell if they make the catch or not. But that was a ridiculous play by second baseman Bryson Stott. Chase Utley-esque, if you will. The pitch to Pages on the way, swing and a miss. And that right there could give the Phillies even more momentum. Lux 2 for 2 with a single and a double. He's on a 10-game hitting streak, batting .246. Nola gets set the letters and delivers. It's fouled away. So Glassnow, it appears that his day is going to be done, and Michael Kopech is going to come in to pitch the 7th. That's what it looks like. And time called very quickly by Lux. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live for a Phillies, a Sixers, or an Eagles game. We're also doing the Olympics on here. 0-2 pitch, fouled back towards the screen. We got women's volleyball in the AM at 11 a.m. Then we got men's basketball at 3:30. And then we're on here at nighttime at 10 o'clock once again. The ball's 2 strikes. Nola kicks and delivers. And the pitch is popped up. It was a high pitch at 91 miles per hour and sent over towards the third base side. Bohm gets under it. And he'll make the catch, and there's 2 gone. 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 6th. I think we're going to have... Kiki Hernandez is coming up to bat. Wearing his blue glasses. And the pitch to Kike is lined foul. Only other game going on right now is the White Sox and the Oakland A's. It's in the top of the 9th. White Sox are down to their final outs. Every other game is finished. The ball is 1 strike. Nola winds up, kicks, delivers, and it's low. Volleyball quarters as well. Cool 11 a.m. you said? Yes. Oh, yes. Yep. We'll be on. We'll be on for women's volleyball, U.S. women's volleyball. We've been covering them, too. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. That was a gimme right down the middle. And Kike Hernandez was late on the fastball. Well, besides the one inning, Aaron Nola has been really good, even though he did allow 2 leadoff doubles in each of those innings afterwards. He got out of the inning without allowing a run. Can he get Hernandez out here? This will probably be his last batter. The pitch fouled away. Adam's going to be there. Nice. Who else will be there tomorrow morning or in the afternoon? 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nola kicks and deals. And it's just low and away for ball 2. What the heck is that? 2 balls, 2 strikes in the next pitch, and that is popped up, and it's going to go foul and out of play. I don't know what that was that they were showing on NBC Sports Philadelphia. It was like not like a hairdryer, but something like a vibrator that's being used like by Ranger Suarez. What is that? It's like putting it, like rubbing it like on his elbow. What is it? Looks like it's something. Maybe it's not a vibrate. It's not a vibrating item, but I don't know. 2-2. Line drive caught by Stott over at second base. It was a screamer, and Stott was there at the right time. So Aaron Nola gets himself a 1-2-3 inning. Castellanos, Stott, and Hayes are all coming up when we return for the top of the 7th inning. All right. So the White Sox did lose. The Chicago White Sox. Man. The Chicago White Sox. This is unbelievable. The White Sox have now lost 21 games. They've now lost 21 games. Crazy. In a row. I don't know what was going on in that dugout, but don't make it inappropriate. I should have watched what I was saying. But he was using something. As soon as it slipped out, I was like, well, there you go again, JJ. There you go. It's out, and now you give people ideas. White Sox are about to break the 1963 Phillies loss record. I swear, says KGB. You swear? Well, then, that means a lot coming from you. It does. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. It was a massage gun. I've never seen that. I've never... well, actually, that's a lie. Okay, a massage gun, yes. But it didn't... I guess to me, maybe, yeah, okay. Yeah. A massage gun. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Yeah, okay. You're probably right. We know where your mind is. We know where your mind is, says Larry. Thanks. JJ, it was a massage gun. What do you know? You learn something new every day. On here. Never gets old. It's like when Vince Scully finally learned what the word GOAT meant. Or acronym. And he told that long story. Go check that video out, by the way. It's a really, really cool story. I don't want to ruin it. Michael Kopech is now going to pitch to Nick Castellanos in the first pitch. Ground ball hit over towards the shortstop, and the throw over to first is in time. It's a good play by Nick Ahmed. And they shifted him perfectly over towards that left side. I should title that as my short, actually. I should make a short. I should try to see if I can find like some clips that are just used for like some bloopers, and then just have that as some shorts, just for bleep and giggles. if you will. The ball is 1 strike in the pitch. And that's outside. Now I could have just said just for laughs, but there's my mind again, Larry. That's where my mind is now, thanks to that. 1-1, swing and a miss, and it makes it now a 1-2 count. So Stott up to bat. Kopech will deliver. And it's in the dirt for ball 2. Didn't really talk about Michael Kopech a whole bunch. We certainly will right now. Michael's in his 7th MLB season. He's now 28 years old. From Mount Pleasant, Texas. 2-2. Ground ball. Hit over to shortstop. Shuffling his feet as the shortstop. And the throw over to first is in time. Jeez Louise. I'm getting tongue-tied. It is in time to get Stott by about maybe less than a quarter of a step. LINKTREE is going over to the phones, and they will... I don't think that they're going to challenge this. Let's see if Stott beat it out. No. It was close, but not that close. Two up, 2 down, and Austin Hayes up to bat. And the pitch. That's taken for a strike right down Broadway. Charge! 0-1. High bouncer, and it's chopped foul. Hit the thumbs up button, guys, and hit that subscribe button as well. Make sure that you know when I go live by hitting that notification bell icon. Mod Squad, how many likes do we have? Did we get to 200 yet? The 0-2 to Hayes. Way off the plate. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go over Kopech's stats. He has a 4.47 ERA and 63 strikeouts as well. In 45 2/3. The pitch to Hayes. Ground ball back up the middle for a base hit. Pages does get to it on one knee. And Austin Hayes able to get a base hit back up the middle. It's a single. Nice piece of hitting by Austin. Just sort of slapped it back up the middle. Didn't really hit it too hard, but put some decent contact on it. And now Garrett Stubbs is up to bat. 2 outs. Let's see if Hayes will go here. I'm curious to see. The pitch to Garrett, and he punches it foul. 128 likes. Let's get to 200, man. Don't forget, you're also more than welcome to donate to the channel via Super Chat. Kerkering and Banks, Tanner Banks, are all warming up in the Phillies bullpen right now. 0-1 to Stubbs, and that nearly hit him. Takes it up high. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Stubbs, and he stares at a fastball right down the hatch at 98 on the gun. Kopech hasn't allowed an earned run since July 7th. 1-2 pitch to Stubbs, and he stays alive and fouls it back over towards the screen. MLB Deadline News says the Chicago Bears have won more games since July 11th than the Chicago White Sox have. That's sad. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and Stubbs was caught looking. And while we go to the bottom of the 7th, it's still 4-3 Dodgers. And it is stretch time out at Dodgers Stadium. And you all know what that means. All right. It is time for your Phillies trivia question of the day. All right. And, of course, this 7th inning trivia question is brought to you by Ethan Baumholtz of Advisors Mortgage. If you are looking to purchase or refinance a primary residence, a second home, or investment property in New Jersey or Pennsylvania, my guy Ethan has you covered, man. He's the right guy. He's perfect. was my basketball coach and has been a very, very good mentor in my life. All right. Over 20 years of experience he has. Ethan is dedicated to making your mortgage process smooth and stress-free and will find the best mortgage solutions tailored to your needs. For personalized services, give Ethan a call today, and that is at 609-230-5558. There's the graphic up above. You can take a picture, a screenshot of that, or you can also go into the description down below and make sure that you contact him today. All right. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. If you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Okay, so today's Phillies trivia question is the following. We're going to do something. We're going to do this. How many MLB All-Star games was Mike Schmidt named to during his career? How many MLB All-Star games was Mike Schmidt named to during his career? Give me a number. Give me a number. That's all I asked for, a number. JJ, that is an antique hat. Am I right? If not, my bad. This is the old Phillies hat. I love it. Fire away, man. 6. Incorrect. 8 says Larry, and that is incorrect. 13 says my dad. Close but no cigar. You're really close. 9. 20. My dad is the closest. He is so close. The ball is 1 strike to Jason Hayward in the next pitch. Line drive caught at third by Bohm. Man, Hayward hit it right on the nose, and there's 1 out. 19, y'all are further away. My dad was the closest. My dad was the closest. 10. 10 is incorrect. 14. Tanner Banks is on the bump. 11. The pitch. Ground ball hit over to shortstop, and the throw over to first is in time. 12, you got it. 12 is correct. How many MLB All-Star games was Mike Schmidt named to during his career? The correct answer is 12. 12 is the right answer. You got it. Very, very good. Congratulations. 2 outs. Nobody on. And the pitch. And there's a 4-seam fastball taken right down the hatch. Change the scoreboard. Just bear with me. 1 pitch. And that is low for a ball. One ball, 1 strike. The next pitch on the way. Ground ball knocked down by Bohm. Gets to it. Throws over to first. Got him. And the inning is over. The Phillies defense once again comes through. And we head to the top of the 8th. Another 1-2-3 inning. This time it's by Tanner Banks. And the Phillies will head to the 8th. Albert got it first, I think. Good job. Yes. 12 times he played in the MLB All-Star game. It's great. Good job. More than I thought, says Larry. Larry didn't know something? Larry did not know how many All-Star games that Mike Schmidt made. Wow, I'm kind of shocked. Larry's really, really good at this Phillies trivia. And I stumped him on something. Man, I gotta get a little praise myself, you know? That's great. But to be fair, let's be honest, okay? 162 games. That means 162 streams. That means that sometimes you're going to get them, you know? If this was like football, or even if it was like basketball in regards to just the amount of games, 17 or 82, then I'd be a little bit more happy, but it still feels good. I'm not trying to take away from that. But I got him. I got him, man. I got him. I struck Larry out. No, I'm kidding. Oh, man. JJ and his dad jokes. Beautiful. Whew. Great. Now they need to convert when someone is on base. I agree with that, says Mark. Mark, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you on here in a while. Mark Roblowski. Larry was close with 11, but close doesn't count. He was close, though. Oh, man. I'm just having fun with y'all. So Tanner Banks just pitched a clean bottom of the 7th. And we head to the 8th. So in case you are just tuning in, the Phillies scored 2 runs in the top of the 2nd off of Tyler Glassnow on an RBI single by Bryson Stott and a wild pitch. And then the Dodgers got all 4 of their runs in the bottom of the 4th against Aaron Nola. You had a 2-run homer by Teoscar Hernandez, and that was after what was a sac fly by Shohei Ohtani and an RBI single by Andy Pages. All right, so Anthony Banda is now going to be pitching for the Dodgers. He has a 2.16 ERA. He's been having a pretty good season for them. In 33 1/3, batters are hitting .205 against him. Tying run up at the plate and the pitch. Taken for strike 1 to Kyle Schwarber. So top of the lineup, back up for Philadelphia. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch, swing and a miss. Just got a slider that was way outside and low. Let's see those Schwarber emojis. Come on. Come on, man. Where are my members at? Lefty on lefty here. And the 0-2 to Schwarber. And that pitch is low and away. We're killing it on here, man. Schwarber is just batting 144 against left-handed pitch, or batting 344 against left-handed pitching, but 144 against righties. 2-2 pitch, or 1-2 is outside for ball 2, excuse me. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, outside and low. And what was a 0-2 count is now a full count to Kyle Schwarber. Three-two pitch, outside and low. Check swing, did he go? They say no over at third base. And what an at-bat by Kyle Schwarber. That was big, man. That was absolutely big. Great at-bat by Kyle. Down in the count 0-2, and he even chased a bad pitch, and he gets on with a walk. That is awesome. Good for Kyle. Pitch to Trey Turner, and he takes it down low for ball 1. Charge! Big inning for the Phils. And the pitch to Trey, swing and a miss. Pitch was a little bit low as a changeup, but it looked good to hit. Schwarber leads off over at first base. He singled his last time up and just worked up a walk. The pitch to Trey Turner. Fly ball hit out over to center field, and backpedaling is Pages, and he'll make the grab for out number 1. And Bryce Harper is up to bat. So Turner hit it really hard, just right at Pages. And Evan Phillips is now warming up in the bullpen. And let's see if Harper can come through here. All right, let's go. Big at-bats. First pitch to Bryce, and it's outside and low for a ball. And time called. Boom, boom. Infielders are going out to talk things over. feel this vibe? Let me know. All right, 1 ball, no strikes, and Harper up to bat now for Philadelphia. Tying run over at first. This is the inning where you got to try to tie the game. And Harper will call for time as he steps out of the box. Phillies will have Alvarado warming up in their bullpen. Next pitch, swing and a miss. They got fooled on that slider. It was way outside and in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bonda on the bump. Harper at the plates. Looking to come through. The 1-1. Swing and a miss again. He went back to the slider that he previously threw, and it was low and outside. He's 2 for 5 lifetime against Bonda, with a homer and 2 RBI as well. Lefty on lefty. The 1-2 to Harper. And that time he lays it off. And it was bobbled by Will Smith. But it didn't get too far away from him. That doesn't sound like the tomahawk chop. Does it? The O's, yeah, maybe a little bit. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bryce Harper. And the pitch, swing and a miss. He strikes out on a fastball on the outside corner, and there's 2 away. I think that's why Bonda was in. And now it's Alec Bohm who's going to come on up with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. That was a good pitch. I would have went fastball there too, and he did. Got it right on the outside corner. He had to swing at it anyways. All right, so Bonda's going to face Bohm now. Let's see if he can come through. And the pitch on the way. Ground ball to the right side, and it goes through to right field for a base hit. And Kyle Schwarber's going to go on over to second base. He stops over there, and Alec Bohm able to get on with an opposite field single. I'm surprised. He went after the first pitch and just put it in a good spot. Just made some good contact, got it off the end of the bat, and he goes the opposite way. And Brandon Marsh will have all the eyes on him. All right, come on, man. Let's go. Let's see if the Phillies can try to tie the game here. 23-game on-base streak for Alec Bohm, which is the longest currently active in Major League Baseball. Pitch to Marsh, and that is taken for strike 1. See the Marsh emojis. Come on. The ball is 1 strike. Schwarber at second, and the 0-1 to Marsh. Way up high and outside for ball 1. Deo. Deo. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 delivery. Good eye by Marsh. He thought about going after the slider in the dirt. And he stayed and held his horses. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe as well. Tying run at second. Go ahead run over at first. 2-1 to Marsh. Outside for ball 3. Red light or green light? What do you do? Comment down below. Three balls, 1 strike to Brandon Marsh. Bonda looks back at second, and now back to the plate. The next pitch, that was high, and it's called a strike. What? Oh, my goodness. That was an egregious call. That's outrageous. Payoff pitch to Marsh, swing and a miss, and it was outside and low, and the inning is over. And Marsh looks back over at Marvin Hudson, and he has every right to do so. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Ohtani, Hernandez, and Freeman all due up in the order for the Dodgers. Wow. Unbelievable. That was ball 4. I figured he was going to go with a slider low and away, too. That was like 5 inches high, says Midget Pigeon. Yep. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. That pitch was awful. Bad timing, too. O'Brien. 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 Make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well. Tomorrow morning, we got a volleyball stream at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. Be there or be squared. And then we got a 3:30 game between the USA men's basketball and Brazil for the quarterfinals. So, all right. Go to the bottom of the 8th. That was a bad call. I know, Tree. It's what happens. It is what it is. All right, bottom of the 8th coming up. Remember, the Phillies are the last game standing. Shohei Ohtani is up to bat. Is Banks still pitching? The pitch on the way, and that is taken low for a ball. Was in the dirt. Banks is still pitching. Wow. The 1-0 to Ohtani. Fly ball hit out over towards deep center field. Marsh is going back towards the track. Does he have room? He looks up, and it's gone. Tried to make the catch, but it gets out of there, and Ohtani able to get a solo home run. Forgot to go tag first base. And, well, it's 5-3 L.A. Pitch was right down the middle, and Ohtani just got it out. Marsh did everything he could. He did try to leap up, but it went over his head. So Shohei Ohtani able to get a home run out to dead center field. That's his first homer of the season against the Phils. And his 34th of the season. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Just an incredible hitter. The pitch. That is low for a ball. The 1-1 delivery. High for ball 2. Two 1 pitch on the way, and that's outside for ball 3. That's Banks' first run that he's allowed since June 28th against the Rockies. 3-1 pitch. Fly ball hit out over to center field, and Marsh is able to play it. And there's one away in the bottom of the 8th. Guess they got Teoscar out. It still ain't over, KGB. I know. That was an egregious call. It still isn't over, though. Pitch on the way to Freeman, then he fouls it back. Freeman batting .288 with 16 homers and 67 RBI as well. The next pitch, and that is grounded foul. Phillies are 6 games above the Braves in the standings in the NL East and 7.5 games above the Mets. 0-2. That is outside. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And there's 2 gone as Banks is able to get a strikeout. And the bases are still empty. So now it's Will Smith's turn to come on up. Pitch to Smith, and he pops it up over towards the shallow left field side. Turner gets under it, and he just makes the catch. That's how much of a time that Will Smith got under it. So we head to the 9th. Last chance for the Phils. Castellanos, Stott, and Hayes all coming up for Philadelphia. And if it gets any further, I think it's safe to say that you got to pinch hit Garrett Stubbs. If it gets any further than that. Keep it clean on here, guys. Keep it clean. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I love each and every one of you, man. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. So I asked a poll question, and I want to know, all right, which team has the best overall team in the National League, okay? We're not talking about best record. We're saying who is the best overall, not as of right now. Who's the best overall team in the National League? I still think it's the Phillies. I do. I still am taking the Phillies as the best overall team in the National League. I don't trust the Dodgers in the playoffs. I can't really trust the Braves. I mean, I haven't trusted the Phillies lately, but overall, from just a season perspective, I do. I still have my faith in them. And I'm not even trying to be biased. I think that when you take off the biased hat, I still believe that you can look and you can say, well, Rangers hurt. You can say, well, Zach Wheeler has dealt with some injuries, even though he was really good in his last outing. You know that the bats are cold, but you also know what it's like when they're red hot. So I want to know, who is the best team in the National League, in your opinion? Brian, I'm not gonna let the last 3 weeks define how the season has gone. I mean, the season's not going in the right direction, but from an overall perspective, they played really good baseball for about 2.5 months. So that's where I'm at. Your head might be in a different space. I was really mad the other day because I finally had to unleash on how bad the Phillies were playing when they were losing games. But I still am not losing sight of the big picture here. All right, come on. We go to the top of the 9th. Is Vesia going to pitch? Nope, it's going to be Daniel Hudson, who's 7 for 13 in save opportunities with a 1.80 ERA and 48 strikeouts in 45 innings. The pitch to Castellanos, and that's outside for ball 1. Remember, Gratterall is not healthy, so he is on the IL. Don't know when he's going to be back. Hudson is the 4th pitcher used tonight out of the Dodgers bullpen in the 1-0 pitch, and that is taken for strike 1. He did triple back in the 2nd and also scored a run as well. The 1-1 by Hudson. Swing and a miss. Got a slider right down the middle, and Castellanos was early. If it makes you feel any better, Hudson did allow 2 earned runs against the Astros back on July 27th. 1-2. That's low and away for ball 2. The 2-2 delivery to Casty, and he fights it off and fouls it away. Hudson has been pretty successful against Castellanos, who's 0 for 5 against him. 2-2 to Casty, outside for ball 3, and the count is now full. And a huge pitch coming up to Nick Castellanos. The payoff pitch on the way. Ground ball down the left field line. It is a foul ball. Just barely foul. Three balls, 2 strikes to Nick Castellanos. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a line drive into right field for a base hit. And Castellanos gets aboard with a single to start off the top of the 9th. Whew. Good at bat, man. And honestly, I will say that the pitch was heading towards the dirt, but Castellanos followed through with the swing. He did. And a big leadoff single. And now Bryson Stott is coming up to bat. Tying run up at the plate. It's Bryson Stott, who homered in the last game and is 1 for 3 tonight. And the pitch, he pops it up. It's hit out over towards the third base side. And getting underneath it to make the catch is Hernandez for out number 1. And now Austin Hayes is due up next. Phillies hitters lifetime against Daniel Hudson, the ones that he's faced, are 3 for 35 against him. Coming into today, of course. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe as well. Pitch to Hayes. Fly ball hit out over towards shallow center field. And the shortstop calls everyone off and they'll make the catch. The pitch was outside, and Hayes got underneath it, and the Phillies are down to their final out. I don't know what he saw there, but Garrett Stubbs is now going to come on up to the plate. Rob Thompson, I'm sure, is going to get some comments about that. They're showing him right now on the screen. 2 outs, top of the 9th. And the pitch to Stubbs popped up. First pitch. And it's hit out over towards the shortstop area. And under it to make the grab for out number 3 is Nick Ahmed. So after Castellanos gets on with a leadoff opposite field single on 3 pitches, the Phillies pop out, fly out, and pop out again. And they lose by a final score of 5-3. So that's the ball game. Dodgers take game 1 of this series. And the Phillies, after a nice win on Sunday, end up losing this game by a final score of 5-3. All right. I have my thoughts. First of all, I want to make sure to thank y'all so much for coming on here, for keeping it clean. I love each and every one of you, man. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell icon. And one more thing before we get into this little wrap-up here. Tune in tomorrow afternoon at 11 a.m. to listen to me cover U.S. women's volleyball. That'll be really cool. And also tune into the men's basketball game at 3:30. And then we got the Phillies on at night. So we got a triple header tomorrow. All right? That's what I wanted to say about that. And now let's get into this reaction here. So the Phillies, they lose tonight by a score of 5-3 to the Dodgers. And it was, I wouldn't say it was a gut punch, but it was just one of those disappointing losses where you just say, well, damn. You still have 2 games left in the series for sure. You do. But I'm a little bit disappointed because they had momentum after the last game. You know, something to look a little bit forward to. And then they lost today. Like, you know, I thought that this was a game where you didn't have to win, but you should have won. You should have. And Nola pitched really well, actually. I thought he pitched really well today. I know that he had that bad 4th inning, and then people were like, well, take him out. I wasn't there yet. I wasn't, because the bullpen, you don't want to tax the bullpen, and I can kind of understand that. And I thought that even after those doubles that he gave up in each of the next innings, each of the next 2 innings, okay, he gives up a leadoff double, 1 to Gavin Lux, 1 to Shohei Ohtani, but got the next 3 batters out in a row, so that was nice. Did they leave meat on the bones tonight? Yes, they did. They did. Rob should have pinched it for Garrett Stubbs. I know he's going to get a lot of questions about that. I know he is. Castellanos actually put up a really good at-bat in the 9th inning, and I think that because this is in my head right now, what's really disappointing, and I'll get to the Super Chat in just a few seconds, I promise, Brian. Thank you so much for the Super Chat, by the way. I just got to get this off my chest. How do you literally, like, swing at the first pitch the next 3 times? Stubbs sees a fastball right down the middle, and Stubbs shouldn't even be up in that situation. You gotta pinch hit somebody. You gotta. If they tie the game, JT has to go back out there for the bottom of the 9th. I don't care. I don't care. That's thing number 1 that I was a little bit disappointed with. What else? What else was I disappointed with today? I did not like that one at-bat that Harper had where he struck out. I think it was on 4 pitches. That was something I circled. I forget why I didn't like that at-bat. What else? Look, Tyler Glassnow, I'm not going to give too much heat on the offense. Tyler Glassnow is a really, really good pitcher. Okay? I will say, though, a 2-0 lead is good to work with if you're Aaron Nola, and yet he didn't do so well in that 4th inning. And that's, I think, why that they lost this game. I'm not going to dismiss the fact, though, that, Schwarber gets on with a walk. Turner lines out to center field. This is back in the 8th inning. Harper put up an egregious at-bat in that 8th. That's what really was disappointing to me. That's the at-bat where I really needed Bryce to come through. And he didn't. And the pitch was nice. That strike 3 pitch was really, really nice. But, yeah, I didn't like that. Bohm then gets on with a single. And then we have the Marvin Hudson call. 3 balls, 1 strike, man. We don't know if Castellanos would have came through in that situation if Marsh gets on with the bases loaded. But that call was bad. That was an awful call. Awful call. 2 wrongs don't make a right. That call was terrible. That was way up high. Clearly a ball. I don't know how that's not called a ball. So while the Phillies didn't produce, the umpires, Marvin Hudson was honestly having a good game, and that one bad call is what I'm going to remember. You gotta be perfect there. You do. That 9th inning, though, was bad. That 9th inning was really bad. I'm not sad that they lost this game. I don't know. This didn't really feel like that they blew it. It didn't really feel like that they sort of had them on the ropes type of a thing. It wasn't like Saturday night. This wasn't soul crushing. This was just more of like a, man, like you should have won this game. It would have been nice to win. So, all right, I want to get to your super chats right now and to all your comments that you guys have. So we'll do that. And then we'll do the one-word thing. All right, so Brian, thanks again for the super chat. I do appreciate that, man. Kevin Long needs to pay for his sins. What the heck has he done with this team? Someone needs to be held accountable. I agree with that. I'm still going to be hard on the Kevin Long thing. I didn't say this today, but I've noticed that a lot of teams now have a title, and I don't know if it's just a title for sure, but they have a hitting coach, and then they have an offensive coordinator. I'm not saying that the Phillies should have an offensive coordinator, but what I am saying is that I wonder if they would benefit with having a second hitting coach along with Kevin Long. You know? I mean, people would say, well, why don't you just get rid of Kevin Long in the first place? Well, I don't know if that would make them look good. Maybe adding a hitting coach wouldn't make them look good either, but I'm sniffing the idea. You know what I mean? Because I do see that some teams have two hitting coaches, or one, as they call, an offensive coordinator, and then they have a hitting coach as well. That's becoming more and more popular in today's game. I don't know why that is, but I wonder if that would... I'm just speculating whether or not that would benefit the Phillies, or if that would just make it worse. So... JJ, I felt like that they didn't care. That's what I got. Man, it's hard to say. I just don't think that they executed tonight. I don't. They didn't look like a lifeless baseball team out there to me. They made some really nice catches. They just didn't produce when they should have. And that eighth inning could have been something. If Marsh gets on base and then Castellanos grounds out in that eighth inning on the first pitch, then I'm really mad. You know? I'm not saying that I'm not really mad. In that ninth inning, they looked lifeless out there. I will say that. That ninth inning was putrid. It's putrid. It's not like... And I'm not trying to disrespect Dakota Hudson or Daniel Hudson, but the Castellanos works up a pretty good at-bat there, and he's not Emmanuel Class A. He's not like... He's not like a phenomenal Aroldis Chapman, you know, or like a Mason Miller. He's not a David Bednar, right? He's just... I mean, there's a reason why Brusdar Graterol is their closer when he's healthy, because he's their best pitcher. He's not like that. But the first pitch swinging, that's what I'm mad at. Heads need to start rolling soon. Something has to change. Heartless, says Larry. Harper maybe has baby fever, maybe forgot why he is there. I thought that Bryce had a really good at-bat in the sixth inning, and I'm not... Look, I'm not trying to, like, cover up Bryce, because clearly in that eighth inning... all right, now's not the time to do this. In that eighth inning, he should have came up with a hit there. That's the truth. If he comes through with a hit there, or if he just gets on base, then we're having a different discussion. But that was critical. That was critical that he struck out in that situation. And it wasn't just the last pitch. It was just that he was chasing after bad pitches. Like, bad pitches before that last pitch. Then he was forced to swing at that, and he didn't time it correctly, but you don't swing at those bad pitches, then the count's different. Good job, though. Good job, though, by Bonda for recognizing that Harper was chasing after the sliders, and he won the mental game there. That's what is disappointing. Him not producing in that spot in the eighth inning. Yes. All right, one word to describe that game. One word is pathetic, says Vigilant Tracker. Pathetic. Yeah. Maybe I'm just like used to the losing now, you know. Maybe that's why I'm feeling this way. I mean, I'm not sad. I'm a little bit like damn, but like whatever, you know? Opposing pitchers know that they don't have to throw strikes. Yeah. You're right. Jane says the problem seems to be that the most of the first pitches are right in the sweet zone. Yes, but I feel like that you guys are also, you're putting a lot of blame on the hitting, and rightfully so, but you're not putting as much blame on Nola either. I didn't like that pitch right down the middle that was given up to Shohei Ohtani by Tanner House. But Ohtani's going to crush that thing. Can't throw it there. You can't. I think that that more of the emphasis, as weird as this sounds, and you may disagree with me, you have a 2-0 lead, and Aaron Nola has a bad inning. That, I think, deserves heat as well. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that I think that both things can be true. Nola didn't pitch terrible, but that bad inning was critical. Efficient. Offensively starved. Yep. Ohtani is the one word that you would use to describe that game. What's up, Pin? How you doing, man? Ineffective. Ineffective, says Albert. All right. I'm done. I got to get up. I have an 11 o'clock volleyball match to call tomorrow. Please make sure that you tune into that. And again, thank you all so much for the super chats. Philly Tick with RB, Philly Cards, man, and Brian Pumper. Y'all are the best, man. Shout out to each and every one of you. I may not agree with all your takes, and I may not feel the way that you do in regards to just where the Phillies are. Them playing over the last 18 games or so, it has not been fun to watch. But tonight's one of those nights where I was just like, I'm not angry, but I'm like, damn, if they would have lost to Seattle and then lost this game, then I probably would have been like, man, come on. But it's the first game of the series. You can still win this thing. It just would have been nice for them to take care of business in this one. So, and it's disappointing how they approached that 9th inning after Castellanos got on with a really awesome single. That was disappointing. Until next time, Laila Tov. Good night, and I will catch you all tomorrow morning. Let's get some more cups of coffee tomorrow morning, shall we? Tune in. All right, I love you all to death. Bye.